Hello guys, this is Sarah today where I'm gonna be showing you guys some creative tutorials. This is the start of the series. Today we're gonna have player related stuff. So here we have all of the devices that we're gonna use for today. This is going to be the main part, player spawners. This is if not obvious where you spawn in the map. If I put it right there, I'll spawn right there. If I put it over there, I'll also spawn over there. So the settings, enabled during phase, you can put it always before the game starts, only when the game starts, or like when you're creating. Then you can make it so that certain people, certain people from a certain team, I mean, certain teams can spawn right there. Sorry, my bad. And then you can make it so that certain classes spawn in this one. Then in priority, this one I haven't used determines the priority. So, like, if it's lower, the better it will be used. Use as island start, that's pretty simple. If you're gonna use it at the very beginning of your game, then you should put it like this. Then, if you want it to be visible in game, then leave it as on. But if you want it to be invisible, so it doesn't ruin like the visuals of the map or something, then you can turn it off. Play audio. This is, well, audio. Then enemy range check. This is if people are around this spawner, so that people can't spawn there. And then, yeah, like if you can see where they are, and then respawn alive players. Yeah. Then enable can be enabled whenever, disable whenever, and then you can make it so that once somebody does something, it has to spawn somebody there. And then once a player is spawned on this one, you can do something, or on a spawn failed, like if it's like if you can't do it, then that's one thing. So we're gonna put this aside real quick, right there. And this is the checkpoint device, which this is where you would spawn if you've touched this thing. Instead of spawning over there, you'll spawn right here. So this is more of a checkpoint. I mean, it is a checkpoint. This is the same as last time. And then the activating team. This is where which team can activate this so that they can spawn there. Visible in game. Reset inventory. If you if you want to make it so that people can't lose their inventory once they spawn here, then off. But if you want them to, then turn it on. Play, activate effects, just VFX, and then the class that I told you. Then enable and disable the same thing. Register is to see if like if we do something, then it'll make it so you can spawn at this checkpoint. And then on first activation, whenever like somebody first steps on it, and then the first step per person, that then it will do something. So let me show you something. So you're gonna spawn right here. You can see that. Then now, if I respawn, ignore those ones. Go to the next one. I'll spawn right there. But then, if I touch this, you see that I put a little animation. Then if I respawn again, it'll spawn me right on that plate. See? Very simple, very nice. So, now on to the other part of this video, which is the power-ups. These are pretty important for like those, like if you want to reward someone with something. So first, this is the health power up. This is like once you pick it up, it can remove health or it can add health. So stats and modifier can be health only, shield only, or both. Then effect flat increase would just be adding it like right there. Percent increase, that percent of what you have right now. Then flat decrease, it'll go down exactly the number, and then that percent go down. And then it can make it so that it sets straight up to that number. So I'm gonna leave it at flat increase. Then effect magnitude. This is just the number that you want it to increase, decrease, or percent. Then it could be infinite duration, or it could be like certain number of duration. And if you want it to respawn, time to respawn, and then audio. And now, okay. Show visual effect on player, if you want to. Disables effect on pickup. This would just be, yeah. Like if you already have it, it would just disable it. And pickup radius, how long, how close do you have to be to it for it to enable? Then spawn on minigame start, which is just if it appears right at the beginning. Then the pickup audio if you want to, and then a certain class to be able to get it. Then a certain team to be able to get it, and then it could be applied to only the player, that player's team, that player's class, or same class in players team. Oh, same class in player's team, or every single player. And who can see the power up? Only players that can pick it up. Everyone or none. And then if you want it to stay with that person after they die. So spawn is, well, when it spawns and despawn, make it like, yeah, like make it disappear. Pick up, well, if you do something, you'll pick it up. Clear is if you do something, it'll take it off of you. And then on item picked up, it'll do something. That's the health. Now it's time for the damage amplifier. This is pretty simple. So you get the damage multiplier, how much more damage you'll do. If it's like 1.25, you'll do like 1/4 of what you're doing normally, plus the normal one. But this is 2x. Then infinite effect duration. Well, you know that. And then effect duration. That's also okay. Then respawn. Let's make it a yes. Now you have some more options. There should be a couple more that have more options depending on if you click something. Time to respawn, you know that. Then the audio, that's different. Then here, pick up audio. Then the class that can take it up, that can pick it up. The team that can pick it up, and the same thing as the health. Then who can see the power up? Persist on elimination, what I told you on the health. And then the effects. If you wanted to not show any sign of that, then you can set it to none. Then you can make it only glow, or you can make it do everything. Then spawn, respawn, pick up, and clear, you already know that. And on item picked up, you already know that. So pretty simple thing. I'll show you right now. Just give me a second. I'm doing that. Wait, I don't have a gun. My bad. My bad. I have to do something. Yeah. So We'll grab a weapon from here. Don't worry, I'll show you something later on. And then I'll give you those. So, let me just take a little bit of damage. See, I took 35 damage on the bottom. But now, I'll take that and it'll give me 55%. And look at the normal damage that I would do for them. 10 damage, and then 65. It would be damage thing, 20, and 130. So it does more damage like that. Very simple. And that's it for today. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something.